And liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Today is a day for mourning and remembering. Nancy and I are pained to the core by the tragedy of the shuttle Challenger. We know we share this pain with all of the people of our country. This is truly a national loss.
And here comes the flight crew now.
We've never lost an astronaut in flight. We've never had a tragedy like this. And perhaps we've forgotten the courage it took for the crew of the shuttle. But they, the Challenger 7, were aware of the dangers, but overcame them and did their jobs brilliantly. We mourn 7 heroes: Michael Smith, Dick Scobie, Judith Resnick, Ronald McNair, Ellison Onizuka, Gregory Jarvis, and Krista Mikaloff. We mourn their loss as a nation together. The crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger honored us by the manner in which they lived their lives. We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them this morning, as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God.
Faster. In 1986, the shuttle Challenger exploded about 74 seconds after takeoff, killing all 7 astronauts inside. Or did it? It turns out that 6 of the 7 are still alive and kicking today. Ellison Onizuka claims to be his identical twin brother, Claude. Yeah, I've got an identical twin brother, Claude, too. The Challenger pilot, Mickey Smith, hasn't even bothered changing his name. He's now Professor Michael J. Smith of University of Wisconsin. Now, Krista McAuliffe was a bit of a sneaky one. She was the Challenger payload specialist, quite famous for being a teacher. It turns out during her astronaut days she was using her middle name, Krista, and now she goes by her first name, Sharon, and she's a Syracuse law professor. The Challenger commander, Francis Richard Scobie, is now Dick Scobie, which sounds like a rather unpleasant disease, CEO of Cows in Trees Limited. Judith Resnick, the Challenger mission specialist, again hasn't even bothered changing her name. She's a professor at Yale Law. And finally, Ronald McNair, another Challenger mission specialist, claims to be his identical twin brother, Carl McNair. What are the odds?
Wow, so we got Ellison Onizuka, who claims to be his twin. Here we go. Michael Smith, who's a professor at Wisconsin now, didn't change his name. Dick Scobie, who's a CEO, didn't really change his name. He claims to be an identical twin. We got the teacher and payload specialist who tragically died, but now she's a Syracuse law professor. So, yeah, there you go there, right? Yeah, here we go. Oh, this is Michael Smith. He's the professor at Wisconsin now. He really looks just like himself. It's him. It is him. The pilot is now a professor in Wisconsin. I mean, look at this. How many identical twins do these astronauts have? This is just ridiculous. The worst that she's not even hiding is her right here. This Judith Resnick. I mean, there's no denying that this is exactly the same person. You know, and they give them great jobs too. Not only they don't put them in some sort of witness protection program, they give them good jobs and let them out there in the public. So people like me and you, when we see them, now we're the crazy people, right? We're the crazy ones. I mean, look at her curl in her lip. It's exact. Even her voice is exactly the same. Here, I'll let you see this little clip here.
I am hoping that the affliction that Steve Hawley had from the 41D mission specialist of the delays hasn't rubbed off on me, and I think the guys behind me are hoping that it hasn't also. Otherwise, they might throw me off the flight.
Come here to Texas in 1861 and move a little westward, where you're looking at a building that today might be confused with a courthouse, but its name is actually Custom House.
Otherwise, they might throw me off the flight.
Come here to Texas.
Otherwise, they might throw me off the flight.
Come here to Texas.
Otherwise, they might throw me off the flight.
Come here to Texas.
They lie, they lie, they lie. They've been lying to us. No one goes to space. All these things are staged. If they really have a guy that was flying in it, it was probably Greg Jarvis, the guy who's missing, right? Everybody else is accounted for. But they love to destroy all the evidence. 73 seconds into the takeoff, everything completely disintegrated. It wasn't an explosion. That's wrong, right? They said it completely disintegrated. Every time there's an accident with Kobe, the planes on 9/11, Aaliyah, Princess Diana, Paul Walker, any crashes, they completely destroy all evidence so that we can't even go back and look and find the truth. Space is fake. All this stuff is a bunch of hoax. It's time for us to wake up. We need to wake up.